Did you know that some of the most wealthiest cities that have ever been were in Period 3 along the coast of Africa? Let's check it out. So last video we talked about the Sudanic states, which were also very wealthy. Today we're going to talk about the Swahili states. And the Swahili states get their wealth because they are a center point on the Indian Ocean trade route. Swahili is a mixture of Arabic and Bantu languages, and we're going to see a lot of that in the culture, that it's kind of a mix of Bantu culture and Islamic culture and Arabic culture. Our Swahili states shared common language and culture with each other, much like our Sudanic states did, and also like our Sudanic states, they're going to use Islam to enforce the ruling families. Again, the Swahili states are going to be really important because of the role they play in the Indian Ocean trade. So the Indian Ocean trade is very unique because you couldn't just go anywhere at any time. You had to go with the monsoons, or the seasonal winds. So if the winds were pushing east, then you were going into China. If they were pushing west, then you were moving more towards Africa or the Middle East. So again, you need to know that term monsoons or seasonal winds. It's how trade was facilitated along the Indian Ocean. Several things are going to be traded in the Indian Ocean trade from the Swahili states, including iron, gold, ivory, slaves, and exotic animals. Our Swahili states are going to be very cosmopolitan, which means that you have a mixture of different types of people and cultures. So think of kind of like New York today. New York has a lot of international trade, and so you have a lot of different cultures that live and interact in New York. You have like Chinatown, Little Italy, that represent a type of culture, but they're in New York, they're in North America. And so our Swahili states are going to be very similar to that. You're going to have people from China, people from India, people from the Middle East that often are in these Swahili states to promote and encourage trade for their country. We're going to see a rise of the population of the Swahili states when bananas come over from Madagascar. And bananas are unique in fruit because they're very high in potassium and they have higher calories than most of our fruit do. And so because of that, they're going to help increase populations. We'll see something similar with sweet potatoes or regular potatoes when we talk about the Columbian Exchange. Our Swahili states are going to decline when the Portuguese come in and basically say, we're taking over your trade route and we can do so because we have guns. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Alright, that wraps it up for Africa at this point. I'll see y'all next time.